know, several months ago when Pastor came back from a trip with me up north and shared that with you, it's easier to talk to you about it because you already know what the ministry is. But what the Lord has really begun to do is probably just show me the need of trying to reach our Pacific Island nations right here in Australia. And I didn't realize to what extent they're here, but they're here by the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and they're coming in every week all around the country. And they're working and laboring in areas that a lot of Australians won't work in, the farming and agriculture areas. So if there was a way to find out, you would probably find out that there are boatloads of them just within 2, 3, 4 hours of right here in our part of the state down here. So what the Lord's been doing since Pastor and I went up is just, I guess, expanding and enlarging that. There are consistently more opportunities to go up and evangelize. Over the last 3 or 4 months, there's been over 40 of them now saved, and now is the discipleship process. And so it's a lot of driving because that's a good 8 hours or more for me, and obviously 10 or 11 from right here as far as driving goes. But what you find a great hunger with these people when they come into this country. Most Australians don't really care about them. They're just ignored. And matter of fact, one of the things that they said to us is that you're the first one that has shown that they care about us. So, they're just normal people, right? They're just people from a different culture. But they're here, and they're working, and they're lonely and away from their country and away from their family. Many of them are married, so they've left their husbands or wives and their kids back in their country. And it's just that they're at a very vulnerable point in life. Hey, it's a terrific time to get the gospel to them, right? Because they're vulnerable and they're tender. And, as you know, most of them are quite religious in their culture anyway. And so being able to have an opportunity to present the gospel is usually not a difficult thing to do. Of course, there's other difficulties that you have to manage with that as far as making sure they understand it, dealing with, religion doesn't save you, that kind of thing. But nevertheless, there's opportunities. And so what I've been doing is going up once a month at this stage and just holding meetings in the various towns that we've already been to, and it just keeps enlarging. And so now we're just going to move that to twice a month, mid-month, and then end of the month going up, and it's pretty well just a quick trip. I'm just usually going up Friday, coming back Monday, so it's just a bit of a quick trip up there. But really, what they need more time. They need consistent discipleship, and that's quite hard to do. As you know, that's very hard to do from a long distance. But at this stage, we'll just do what the Lord has opened up for us. And so as this has been going on, here's what we found. We found a number of things. First of all, that they're very connected. They know that there's others of their countrymen at various places around Australia, and they're quite happy to try to connect me with people at different places. And so it looks like you can just sort of see the shadows on the outside of this, that some bigger things could open up in the days ahead. But they are hungry to grow. They're open to preaching and teaching. In another week and a half, I'll be back up, and we've got combined meetings now. We're starting to have some combined meetings with the different groups in different places. So it's just kind of growing that way, and it just seems like the Lord is really starting to open that up. So the needs for that are multiple. Obviously, laborers. From a church perspective, you probably have many of these laborers that are not far from here, and if you would seek them out, you'd find out where they are, and you'd have an opportunity, no doubt, to evangelize and start really working with them. The blessing about a ministry like this is that as they get saved and discipled here over the period of time that they're in Australia, some of it's maybe 6 or 9 months, sometimes they're on a 3-year contract, just depending on what they are. But if they get saved and discipled here, then we can connect them with a good Bible-believing church in their home country when they go back. Or if there's no church there, then, if the borders ever open up again, we can go back with them and try to win their family to Christ. And that's what they're actually asking me now. Some of them are asking me now, when we get back to whatever country, could you come? Could you come? And my answer straight away is yes. If I got to get the jab to go do that, then I'll get the jab. But I'm not going to get it because the government tells me I have to have it. But if I can get it for that reason, it's a great reason to get it. Nevertheless, they're showing signs of growth and in various ways, and it's awesome to see it. It's refreshing. So it's an opportunity that God is I guess, opening up. And listen, I don't just think it's for me. I think it's for the churches in Australia. I think God is opening it up where he's sending the mission field right here to us. Now, we understand Australia is a mission field as well. We understand that. But God is sending people from these nations right here into our backyard. And I think if we just have eyes to see it, we could have an opportunity to witness to them and just see what the Lord does. So there's been fruit, and it's fantastic. But obviously there's some expenses that go along with it. Just the travel side of it costs money. That's just the way that is. There's a need for Bibles and literature and some other things as well, as far as just trying to help them get established in their faith. But it's a fantastic start. Anything else you want me to say about that?
Whatever's on your heart is fine.
Yeah, okay. I think that's probably, yeah, all right.